Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. Today we're just going to be doing some random stuff from around Storm Terror's lair, collecting some, finishing off the Anemoculus for Mondstadt, so we can max out our statue of the 7. Today's going to be a little bit more of a chill episode, not really going to be doing any of the story or anything like that. We're kind of just going to be sitting here talking about some news with Genshin in general, and just some general stuff. So I hope you down to hang out for a little bit and chill. Actually, we're gonna turn the music down just a little bit. Yeah, we're just gonna drop everything to the level I normally have it at when we recorded, so you can hear me clear. But yeah.
Not bad.
Oof, big sneeze. As we talk about some of the stuff in general. So for anybody who doesn't know, or anybody who's new here, welcome to the series. This is the Zero to Hero series, where essentially we're going to take a new account and we're going to play it through, try to get through the try to get through the abyss, see how long it takes us, and just kind of see how strong we can make the account as we keep on going. At the moment, the tentative idea is that we're going to be doing 4 stars only. This might change in the future. I definitely don't want to have... Stupid, this keeps popping up. But I definitely don't want to, just roll every good character that comes out. I kind of do want to keep it like relatively reasonable, but it might come to a point where just for fun or for just to show certain things off, we might roll certain characters and play around with them. But the actual first clear, the actual like completion status of the account will be to clear it with only 4 stars. So that's not changing. It's only possibly other characters added for fun, and just to have more fun as we play. But we are currently in 2.7. 2.8 is actually fastly approaching. Oh my gosh. But I believe after 2.8 we are pretty sure Sumeru is next, so I'd like to have this account ready for Sumeru when it comes out. That might mean we end up pushing out more episodes. Oh my gosh. Because around now we're on a once every other day, but we still have a lot to do. We still have all of Liyue, all of Inazuma, and I want to get through most of the side quests and everything. So we might be going through some more of those pretty soon, but we'll see. At the current moment, the plan is just to kind of keep up the pace that we currently have, and go that way. Right now we're kind of just, we're just collecting all these Oculus around here and getting the chest. But some exciting things with Sumeru, Dendro coming out. So we're going to have Dendro Traveler and some Dendro units. We might actually roll in one of the Dendro 5 stars. That might be maybe the exception we make, is that we allow Dendro 5 star. We'll see about it, but I definitely think it might be fun to try to make a team around Dendro with it coming out, but with only limited characters right now. We'll see how that goes. But I'm excited for the new element, the new region. Apparently, according to leaks, it's big. There's a lot of content in it. Apparently it's quite large. From what I've heard, just through the grapevine and stuff, apparently, with all of its patches and stuff, it's going to be quite a bit larger than Liyue, with it at release being about the size of Liyue. So that's kind of cool. So we have that to look forward to. New Archon. Hopefully, I know this is super copium, but I'm still hoping we're going to get another endgame system or something. Not just the Spiral Abyss. Honestly, if there even was just a Saccharine Spiral Abyss, even if the difficulty wasn't any harder, just something else to do with our characters every day, or with any amount of frequency would be really nice. But, you know, that might not be the way they've decided to take the game, and that's fine. It's their game. They can do whatever the hell they want with it, you know? It's still just... A lot of people have gone at this point, but I'm still over here huffing on the copium that one day we'll get a little something something. Because honestly, it doesn't need much, you know, just a little something something is all I personally need to be pretty happy with the end game. Part of that's because I obviously maintain multiple accounts at once to kind of keep my enjoyment up. But yeah. So 2.8, rumored that we're going to be going back to the islands. If you weren't here for 1.7, there were some islands called the Golden Apple Archipelago, I believe was the name of it. And it was just, you know, we went around there and had a bit of an adventure with Glee, which is a character we'll meet later in this series. But yeah, so that's apparently coming back, some new stuff. Apparently a official skin is in the event, which actually makes me wonder if maybe we'll get official. I doubt it, but generally, like about every 3 patches or so, they do a free character. So, you know, if depending on who they decide to give out for free, that could be huge for the account. Oh, we need an Nemo character for that puzzle there. So, you know, I don't think... They haven't given out Bennett for free yet. I think Bennett and Rosaria I don't think have been given out for free yet. And those are 2 units. Or Sucrose. Those are 3 units that we could really use for the account. So, hey, if they want to give us one of those for free, I'd be all for it. But, you know, it's up to MiHoYo and whatever they want to do. But yeah, we're going back there, so give you a chance to do that. Apparently, there's a official and a deluxe skin. I think I already mentioned it, but the deluxe skin is apparently, from what I've been told, actually a legendary, like a 5-star skin. Not like a... By 5-star skin, I don't mean a skin for a 5-star. I mean the skin changes more than what the skins normally change. So that's kind of exciting. If that is true, that could be pretty cool to see what they decided to come up with and what we get. Let's see, where's the next one? Next one's up there. We'll probably cut to over there, but yeah, looking pretty good, and I'll see you when I'm over there. Okay, this one's up in there, but we're going to go around the top here to get to it, so I think we're just going to keep going around here and doing these chests while we talk. Chest up there? No. So, yeah. Oh, just real quickly, since I know I wanted to use this series a little bit to be kind of like a tutorial or a thing to help new players. Obviously, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. But or anything you want to ask me, I'll be more than happy to answer or whatever. But just quickly talking about resin, what I'm doing with my resin. My general kind of rule of thumb is I don't like to upgrade too many characters at once, spread myself out too thin, so I'm kind of really only upgrading Kaya and Beidou right now. Also because they're characters I know I will be using in the long term, since they are characters that can be used on tentative teams. Beidou for Taser and Kaya for Reverse Melt Jangling comp. So these are kind of the 2 units I'm kind of just pumping my resources into right now. Just kind of making sure that their gear is kept up to date. Try to keep Beidou's weapon leveled up, because this is probably the weapon she's going to be using for the entirety of the account. Keep up talents whenever I can get them. With Kaya and Beidou, I haven't really done normal attacks yet. Kaya, though, I'm not sure about this weapon. I have been upgrading it a little bit just so he does more damage, but I'm not sure how far I want to take it. because this is not going to be, that's not the weapon that I'm going to use on Kaya for the long term, so I'm a little bit hesitant to pump a ton of resources into it. But I always could just use the weapon on someone like Bennett because it has a high base attack, so I might just keep upgrading it with the progression anyway. So essentially what I'm doing is I like to farm out the bosses for these two. So farm out the Cryo Ridge is fine and the Electro Ridge is fine, basically just till I have enough mats to ascend them. Make sure their talents are up with the talent books from here and the other one down here, which isn't unlocked yet. And besides that, I'm mainly just splitting my time between level up and this. I might start adding some other bosses into the mix. Basically, the long-term goal is I essentially want to have everything ready for everyone by the time we hit AR45, because AR45 is when you can start doing the final level of these artifact domains, and this is really the only time you want to start doing these, because when you start guaranteeing gold pieces. So essentially I want to have everything done with my characters by then. Basically have all the mats ready to ascend them to whatever level I decide. Probably a tentative 70 of 80 at this point. It's looking like we're probably going to end up getting most of our characters to begin with. And make sure we can get our weapons up. And make sure we have talent books. So I'm just trying to pre-prep for all that stuff at the moment. But I'm also necessarily, like, part of this hinges on which characters I get and then can use and build teams around. So, yeah. But if you're looking for, you know, any advice on, you know, how you should be spending your resources or your resin efficiently, that's kind of just like the easy way I recommend doing it is just basically pick two characters you like and just keep them leveled up as you're playing through the game. And as you get towards AR45, just kind of make sure you have enough stuff to basically be able to farm out all your farm out artifacts for the foreseeable future until you start to have some pretty good sets, and then you can go back to working on stuff like character levels. The only other thing would be weekly bosses, which I don't think I've actually unlocked yet. Okay, I can do the first version. But yeah, we'll be doing these weekly bosses every week. They're just good to do. Theoretically, you don't have to do this first one. You could wait till... when they stop dropping here, 40, because at 40 they start giving you these, which are the important stuff. So that's probably what we'll do, but there is an argument to be made that doing them earlier to grab some of these solvents, which essentially lets you turn weekly mats into other weekly mats, and the very rare chance that some of these prototypes to be able to make weapons, so we don't have to rely on gacha for all of our weapons, is worth. So I don't know, I haven't necessarily decided whether I'm going to be farming all those domains pre-40. It might just be one of those things where we wait to AR40, although they are half costed before then, so
where have you been hiding?
It probably is worth it to do just to get more efficient XP, but whatever, we'll think about that. Go over here and get this one, and then we'll loop back around to the one that's on that pole. We'll climb up like over there. But yeah, that's kind of my personal recommendations with resin is no artifacts before 45, and ideally you do also want to limit. So there's an argument to be said as well that you just want to get your people to like 60 of 80 until 55, because at 55 these things here start 100% dropping gold versions of these. Maybe it's only 50. It might only be 50, but it's either 50 or 55, and whenever those have 100% chance to drop those golds, it's worthwhile at that point to go through and start ascending everybody to higher levels, just because then you can get the guaranteed ones. But But, you know, you don't have to use it super efficiently. Just, honestly, whatever you want to spend your resin on each day. But, personally, I would not recommend artifacts. I'm also going to start doing daily artifact routes relatively soon in order to build up some artifact XP. Where'd the other one go? Ugh. I actually failed one of these. I don't think I've ever failed one of these. Okay, there we go.
Dodge this.
But yeah, but if you don't know what I mean about artifact routes, there are like just green and white artifact spawns in the open world. I have some of them marked off already with these clovers. And you can collect a good amount. I think you can collect up to like 100 each day before they stop spawning. So I just kind of have some marked off and relatively easy to get to places. And that's so we can start getting fodder for our other,
Starting to lose count.
for our eventual good artifacts. What's up here? Nothing. Okay, we're gonna loop our way around so we can get back to that Oculus we left back there. So yeah. Let's see if we can get up here. Alright, there we go. Alright, I think we have about half of them now. Just a couple left, yeah. So I'm gonna go over there and then make my way along this ridge over there until we're over to that, so we can get the Oculus. And I'm gonna cut it till we're closer, so you don't have to watch me walking all the way over there. All right, here we are. We're getting close now. So this Oculus is actually just in the bottom of this pillar here. So you just walk around this ledge up here till you can get over to it and drop down and get it. And now we're just gonna go over to here. Let's see. So we talked about Sumeru, upcoming patches. Is there anything? Just making sure there's anything else I want to mention. We talked about a little bit about how I spend my resin.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Oh, there's the Oculus. It's over here. We just have to kill this guy to get it. Actually, we probably don't even need to kill him. We could probably just like climb up. Ugh, come on. Nope. Really? Okay. Haha, planned, calculated. That was the most sketched way I think I've ever gotten it. I got that because his rocket attacks boosted me into the air, therefore causing me to get enough distance to be able to grab it. That was on purpose, I swear. I am very good at video games. It's just here. Come on.
The more the merrier. First round's on me.
Oh yes, banners. What banners we're gonna roll on. So the plan right now is I'm essentially waiting for a banner that has 2 4-stars that I really want a copy of before I actually go in on any banner. So at the moment, the 4 stars we are tentatively looking at are Sucrose, Rosaria, Bennett, Jingcho, Fischl. Those are the ones we don't have that I would like to have. There's a chance that the new 4-star Heizo, the other anemo catalyst, there's a chance we can use him instead of Sucrose for our Taser team. So with him coming up on a banner, if any of those other characters are also on the banner with him, I'll probably roll in that banner. We don't have a ton of wishes right now, just like 25, but that's also something that hopefully over the course of the next couple of days gets a little bit higher as I'm doing more exploring and finishing more stories, as well as obviously the bit of primos we get from doing our dailies every day. So I guess I didn't really go into why I kind of was thinking about dropping the no 5-star rules. So just to let everybody know, the tentative reason why I originally wanted to do it is I wanted something that was easily replicatable by everyone. And while the series definitely will continue past that point, past me clearing the Abyss, that's kind of like, you know, the first main goal of the account, or the first, like, you know, main stepping stone. And I'm a little worried that without access to the battle pass and possibly some bad RNG on weapons, that using only 4 stars we could get into a really bad situation where we're, you know, stuck with a team that just can't clear, unless it's a specifically easy Abyss, and I kind of don't just want to be handed a free victory, right? So the reason I was thinking about possibly doing 5 stars is the 5 stars themselves are generally a little bit more powerful, but also depending on which ones they are, they might be able to use more crafted weapons better and stuff like that, so I wouldn't be necessarily as reliant on hitting weapon RNG on rolling. Like, you know, for example, something that's pretty, you know, I want to use Jingcho, so me getting a sack sword as a roll is a pretty big deal. So I really, like, if I don't get a sack sword or a fav sword, we could be in for some trouble, right? But, you know, maybe if I'm allowed, I just don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm essentially waiting for weapons to come out of, where I'm waiting for weapons or characters to come out of a banner when I feel like I could be clearing the Abyss if I just, like, use the 5 stars on my account or use, you know, or something like that. So that's the tentative reason right now why I'm considering allowing 5 stars, 5-star characters, is maybe it lets me build some teams and finish the challenge in a more timely manner. But, you know, the count's still going to finish after the challenge, or it's going to be, you know, we'll be in the post game, at which point we're going to be trying to make the account as strong as humanly possible and everything like that. You know, other fun stuff. We're going to keep playing it, keep doing videos and stuff on it, but the, you know, the first main goal is the Abyss, and I don't want to be like, oh yeah, we could have done this, you know, 4 patches earlier, but I just don't have weapons on the account, kind of thing. So that's the only tentative reason why I'm considering allowing 5 stars. Also, like, 5 stars are deterministic. It takes a lot of rolls, but, like, realistically, you can guarantee a 5-star, whereas I can't guarantee a specific 4-star. So, you know, for all I know, we could be waiting for Jingcho from a banner for a year, if we're really unlucky. So I kind of don't want that to be the situation, because another problem with using 4 stars only is, like, there's kind of really only, like, especially if you using only 4 stars both sides, there's kind of really only Taser plus Melt jangling as options. So I'm kind of pretty reliant on rolling a lot of characters, a lot of specific characters. So I'm a little bit worried that we're going to run into a situation where it's like, if I could just use what I already have on the account, I'd be able to clear, but I can't, so I'm just sitting here waiting around. I don't just want like the videos to get to a point where I'm just logging in or posting videos of me running around waiting for a banner or primos or something like that. So I don't know, that's just a little spitballing a little bit off the top of my head. Why I might drop the no 5 stars rule. You can of course feel free to leave a comment and mention it. Definitely one thing that could make this so, you know, this point is completely moot is depending on how Dendro reacts. You know, if Dendro opens up 1 or 2 more combinations of 4-star only teams that are very solid,
Starting to lose count.
then there's a decent possibility that from there I could just stick to using 4 stars exclusively for the Abyss. But we'll see. We shall see. And if you have a strong opinion either way, let me know in the comments. I just, you know, my main worry is I don't want to be in a point where it's like, oh yeah, guys, let me just wait for RNG to roll when I probably could have done it a month ago. Especially because it's weapons. I'm actually not necessarily worried about characters, because I feel like within a little while we will be able to get we'd have to be pretty unlucky to not get all the characters we need, or at least most of them, and maybe a substitution or 2 could be made. But getting weapons is a little rough, because like, for example, right, we only have 1 catch, and then we kind of need a weapon for Rosaria, and all the crafted weapons are kind of bad. So I don't want to be giving her a crafted weapon. I also don't really feel like spending my star glitter on Blackcliff weapons, which is just like in general kind of a bad practice. The Blackcliff weapons are kind of a trap, kind of not as good as they seem. I don't know.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Like I've said a couple of times, you know, the reason I just keep repeating myself is this was originally something that I kind of thought, you know, I kind of originally wanted as a core rule, but the more I've thought about it, the more I'm like a little bit worried that I'm either going to get stuck in a place where I'm just waiting for the rolls to be able to clear, or I have to wait for a really easy Abyss to clear, and I don't want either of those things to be why, you know, we finally get to clear. I want us to be able to consistently do it, and I want it to be, you know, not a 7-month venture for us to clear the Abyss. But if I do go to 5 stars, I might, I don't know, I don't want to make a tentative rule before I even know if I'm going to do it, but I might try to stay away from from hyper carries. The reason I might stay away from hyper carries is they're the teams that rely the least about the other units on their team. So, like, you know, if I just pick up someone like Ito, for example. Oh, nice, we got our level up talent domains unlocked. Then Ito could just carry a side if we invest enough into him, and then that kind of ruins the whole point. But I think maybe stuff like, you know, quick swap supports, you know, or even someone like Kazuha, despite being powerful, the fact that he's not like the entire team, he's just there to boost the team, and I can still use it to kind of show off the power of the 4 stars. That's the main thing, is like, even if I do roll 5 stars, I don't want the teams to be all about the 5 stars. I want you know, I feel like the 4 stars in this game, especially, you know, early on, but even now, a lot of them are still overlooked. Characters like Beto and Kaya are very powerful units that still, to this day, are quite overlooked, and I was kind of hoping with this series to prove that they're definitely worth looking at. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
Yeah, just a quick update on what the next couple episodes are going to be. The next couple episodes are going to be us finishing up a lot of the Mondstadt based stuff. So we still have, let me see over there. We still have a couple side quests, and more importantly, we have these 3 quest lines to finish up. So those will probably be the next 3 episodes, is be those 3 quest lines. Alright, let's go down and get these Oculus, and then I can go around and grab the rest of these chests later, as I'm now kind of rambling. And this video has gotten a lot longer than it originally was supposed to be, but, you know, this is a bit more of a relaxed episode, a bit less of a, you know, normally I try to take a slightly comedic, slightly educational, absolute jumbled mess of an approach to an episode, and this is a bit more of a just a relaxed sit down and kind of talk about the future for the account and where we kind of intend to go. Man, where is that Oculus? There's supposed to be an Oculus like right around here somewhere. Whatever. We'll just go over and get this one. And then we'll go shove it in the statue and see if we are missing any. The last one is right up there. I believe the last one for this area. Alright. Let's upgrade our statue. Offer 12. Next one is 15. Okay, so that one... let me just double check real quick that we don't have any marked ones that we don't have. There's the one way out there, but that's kind of the last one I was gonna leave. So yeah, it must be this one over here. This is why you mark all of them, because without it, I wouldn't be able to tell where it is. Oh, there it is. That's right. Give me a second to figure this out, and I'll be back. Aha! I think we found it. I'm pretty sure if we activate this over here... Ooh, chest. Don't mind if I do.
Nice. I'm starting to lose count.
I'm pretty sure this takes us up high enough to where we can get the Oculus over here, I believe. Not if I tap my spacebar and let go. Come on, you can make it, I believe. Risk it for the biscuit. I think it may be too short. Nah, I think we got it. Yeah. Alright, that is the last Imapct. Well, the last one we need for the statue. There technically is one more, but maybe we'll do that at some point. Level 10. Thanks for coming out for this more relaxed episode. This is probably going to be a much longer episode. I was already looking at the footage. This is probably going to be a much longer episode. So I appreciate you for sticking around as we talked a little bit about, you know, the future of the game, a little bit about the future of the account. But I appreciate you coming and hanging out for a bit. I hope you have a nice day. And next episodes, like I mentioned, we'll be back to more story, finishing up Mondstadt. Just 3 more episodes, and then we're going to be on to Liyue. So that's exciting. I hope you're excited. And, you know, with Sumer fast approaching, let's see if we can get our account up to that point and see if we can get it done. But I hope you have a good night. And I wish you luck if you're rolling for Kazuha. But that's not for a couple days. So anyway, thanks for coming by. Hope you have a great day.